here now. Welcome. I'm Ron Brown, and this is Tech for Senior. It is August the 28th, soon to be September. Anyway, welcome everyone. We have a big show for you today, lots of fun, and so anyway, welcome. I am going to talk a little bit about our agenda now. We have, we're going to start out with our intro, which of course I'm doing now. Bob has his security news update, followed by a new safety check. We're then going to talk a little bit about saving your screen capture to Google Photos on a Chromebook. Now, many of you probably know Hewie and I have done for 3 years learning Chromebook. And this is, we did about 34 sessions once a month over 3 years. And we decided to amalgamate it into our Monday show. So we did our last 1 hour show last week. And today I'm doing an episode on a Chromebook. So so our Monday shows will now have a bit of Mac, a bit of Android, a bit of Chromebook, a little bit of, we're going to have truly a lot of different choices for you. So there'll be something interesting for everyone. And so today I'm doing a 10-minute session on some interesting things about a Chromebook you might be interested in. Then we're going to, Huey's going to talk about unmasking falsehoods. And then Bob's going to talk about Fleeceware. I think that's something you wear at night when you sleep, but he'll tell us all about that. And then I'm going to talk about how to stop tracking, illegal tracking on your Android phone. And then he was going to talk about AI prompts. And we're going to then, we have, Ray has a music outro, and we'll have a Q&A, and then our meeting ends. And then we have a really great premiere video for all of those who stick around till the very end. We have our premiere video today will be I'll be talking on the Google Wallet. lots of interest right now in Google Wallet, so I'll be telling you all about Google Wallet, what it is and how it works. And then one of my favorite ones that Huey did was how to choose a streaming service. And he talks all about Suppose AI, which is really a really great site. Remember when you did that one, Huey? That was that was a great, yeah. It was really, really good. And so if you really got to watch that because everyone's streaming now, and it's such a great video. And then we have, of course, I have some tips for your Chromebook. So we even put a little Chromebook in there in our premiere feature, and I'll be putting the link in the video in our chat. But you also all should be knowing that you can get that on our newsletter. And of course, we have 2 newsletters that come out. One is on Tuesday and one is on Saturday. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's ad-free. We don't sell your membership list to anybody. And it really is a way in which we can tell you what we're doing and communicate with you, because otherwise we have no idea who's out there or who's watching the show. So please sign up for that. And don't forget, we also have our Thursday show, which is Tech for Senior Live. And we talk about all the news of the week. Very popular show, lots of people watching that, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So but it's not a Zoom meeting. Some of you keep logging in on Thursdays here on our Zoom feed trying to get to the meeting, and it's not a Zoom meeting. We broadcast that out through StreamYard to our Facebook and YouTube sites. There's a button on our webpage. If you just go there, click that button, it'll take you to the right spot. Huey, how are you doing today?
Anticipating a lot of rain and wind.
Yes, you're going to get clobbered, aren't you?
Tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. So, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Bob will be away on Thursday, so hopefully you're back up and running.
Yeah, if I'm out of power, I probably won't be on Thursday.
It'll be Ray and I. That's it.
Instead of Bob and Ray running Ray.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So Bob, are you getting all ready for your trip?
Yeah, when it happens, it happens. I take day by day. I'm still busy making videos. It's
all right. Well, you get lots in the bank there, because we're going to have to fill in your.
There's lots in there to choose.
Yeah, because we got to fill up your
Yeah.
your
As I
session.
said, you got 1,600 videos plus.
Okay.
So have fun.
All right. And of course, we have Ray Baxter. How are you?
I'm doing well today, Ron. How about yourself?
Well, you and I are maybe the only people doing the show on Thursday, so we'll have fun. What the heck, right?
I don't have to worry about being first.
No, that's right. That's right. And we could just, the other thing is with the new YouTube feature, we can just hum tunes and see if YouTube can guess them, right?
I'll let you go first.
And Bill James, are you on a Mac today, or what computer are you on?
The Mac.
Well, you're on a Mac. You're really, and show everyone your new watch.
Oh,
Ooh, pretty cool. This is the new Samsung Galaxy 6, right?
correct.
So you indeed, I hear you have a video in the works.
We hope.
We hope. Okay. All right. That's good. Well, as long as we have one in the works. September is a good month to do a video about watches, you know.
Why?
Well, because it's next month. And then of course,
I can
Chris and
come
Jim.
up
Is
with.
Chris there? Or is it Jim? We talked to you earlier. Where the heck are you guys? Is Chris and Jim still here?
You just see their picture, not
They probably
physical
yeah.
faces.
We had to talk with them before anyway. All right. We have a really big show for you today, so I think we want to get going. Oh, just before we go get going, just want to remind everybody that this is coming into computer buying season. September is coming into back to school sales, and then we move into Amazon Prime's having another sale, and then we move into Black Friday and Christmas and all that sort of period now.
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday, yeah, the whole thing. So right now is when most of the technology, particularly computers, and Apple's having their big event this month in September. So this is when most of the technology gets sold. And one of my friends emailed me the other day and wanted to know some good deals on Chromebooks. And I hadn't looked lately, and I went on Best Buy in Canada, and I was amazed at all the sales that were on. So there are some really, really smoking deals right now. So if you are thinking about technology, maybe you want a new computer, laptop, Chromebook, whatever you're going to buy, this is truly the next few months is where you want to be. And we'll probably do some shows around new technology and what you might be interested in, or maybe some great deals that we pick out. You know, we'll have to decide what we're going to do, but we're going to do a few of those type of shows so that you can give you some suggestions on that.
Here is my security news roundup for the week ending August 25th, 2023. Thousands of Android malware apps using stealthy APK compression to evade detection. Threat actors are using Android packages, APK, files with unknown or unsupported compression methods to elude malware analysis. There is no evidence that the apps were available on the Google Play Store at any point in time, indicating that the apps were distributed through other means, typically via untrusted app stores or social engineering to trick the victims into sideloading them. The APK files use a technique that limits the possibility of decompiling the application for a large number of tools, reducing the possibilities of being analyzed. Security researcher Fernando Ortega said, in order to do that, the APK, which is in essence a zip file, is using an unsupported decompression method. Read more at thehackernews.com. WinRAR has a severe security flaw. Update your PC now. A severe WinRAR vulnerability discovered by Zero Day Initiative could allow hackers to execute arbitrary code on your PC. Users should install the latest WinRAR update, version 6.23, to patch this vulnerability. Note that WinRAR does not offer automatic updates, so this release must be installed manually. Just follow the link listed. Because this specific exploit requires user interaction, you must open a malicious archive. It has received a 7.8 severity rating from the CVSS. Read more at ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕟.com. New variant of ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕠𝕟 Mac OS malware disguised as Office Note productivity app. A new variant of an Apple Mac OS malware called ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕠𝕟 has surfaced in the wild, masquerading its malicious features under the guise of an Office productivity app called Office Note. The new version of ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕠𝕟 is bundled inside a standard Apple disk image with the name Office Note.dmg. Sentinel-1 security researchers Dinesh Devados and Phil Stokes said in a Monday analysis. The latest iteration of ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕠𝕟 gets around the .jar limitation by switching to programming languages such as C and Objective-C with the disk image file signed on July 17, 2023. Apple has since revoked the signature, so make sure you're fully updated. Read more at thehackernews.com. Hackers expose 2.6 million Duolingo users. More available for scraping. Duolingo, the popular language learning app, has had some of its users exposed online. The scraped data of 2.6 million people, which was on sale in January, is now available on the cybercrime marketplace breach forums. OpenAPI allows the scraping of more data. The shared sample of data contains email addresses, usernames, names, and phone numbers if provided by the user, information about social networks, and other generic info such as language studies, experience, progress, and achievements, etc. Read more at cybernews.com. Whoops! DEA falls for crypto scam. Hands fraudsters $55,000 in stolen funds. The DEA originally held around $500,000 in Tether that was reportedly siphoned from Beyonce accounts connected to an alleged drug operation. The same federal agency that once helped bring down the biggest crypto-based dark web drug marketplace, Silk Road, got swindled by one of the oldest tricks in the crypto scammer playbook. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration reportedly handed a fraudster a little more than $55,000 in confiscated crypto funds after it was duped by a classic airdrop phishing scam. Why are some of us not surprised that this has happened? Facebook Messenger chat will finally get full end-to-end encryption. After several years of experiments and tests, Meta is almost ready to launch default end-to-end encryption, E2EE, for Facebook Messenger chats. The company says that it's on track to reach this goal by 2024, and it's currently rolling out the E2EE tests for more users. Going forward, you will receive an E2EE notice when opening some conversations, and Facebook may ask you to create a PIN for your chat history. End-to-end encryption takes the description key away from Facebook. When a conversation is protected by E2EE, only the sender and recipient own the correct keys. That's why this is such an important development. Read more at ℎ𝕠𝕠𝕟.com. Urgent FBI warning: Barracuda email gateways vulnerable despite recent patches. The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation is warning that Barracuda Network's email security gateway appliances patched against a recently disclosed critical flaw continue to be at risk of potential compromise from suspected Chinese hacking groups. It also deemed the fixes as ineffective and that it continues to observe active intrusions and considers all affected Barracuda ESG appliances to be compromised and vulnerable to this exploit. the remote command injection vulnerability impacting version 5.1.3.001 through 9.2.0.006 allows for unauthorized execution of system commands with administrator privileges on the ESG product. Read more at thehackernews.com. This week's must-see on my YouTube channel. According to the Avast Q2 2023 threat report, it's evident that adware has made quite a splash. This video will help you avoid the pitfalls. Stay safe and please watch my video on that topic by following the link listed. Did you know? You can literally call someone a fathead, but it's still unkind. According to Psychology Today, 60% of human brain matter is made up of fat. Minnesota has more shoreline than California, Florida, and Hawaii combined. Did you know that elephants are the only animals that can't jump? We realize the importance of our voices only when we are silenced, thanks to Malala Yousafzai. And that's a wrap for this week's Cybersecurity News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening. Here is the latest cyber safety feature just added to Chrome in its latest release. To get to the item I want to cover today, start by selecting the three-dot menu. To get to customize and control settings in Google Chrome, then go down and select Settings, and once this opens, on the left-hand side, select Privacy and Security. And the item I want to cover today is something new. Chrome can help keep you safe from data breaches, bad extensions, and more. All you need to do is hit the Check Now button. So let's go ahead and do that. And it does a safety check. It makes sure that you are up to date. It checks your password manager and gives you a report of the passwords that the Chrome password manager is saving. It also tells you that you are practicing safe browsing, provided this has a blue check mark. And it's checked your extensions to make sure that you have no extensions that are dangerous. Again, make sure you have this blue check mark. Stay safe, stay secure. I hope that new safety check will keep you safe while using your Chrome browser. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks so much, Bob. We're going to miss you next week. But good stuff. So WhatsApp, of course, is encrypted from end to end. So I guess Facebook Messenger is finally coming around to that. So interesting. All right, let me just share. This is the video is self-explanatory. This is a Chromebook video for you. Let's have a look. Well, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior with a Chromebook tip: how to save your screenshots automatically into Google Photos. The thing I like about Google Photos is it doesn't matter where I am, what device I'm using. It is always so easy to drop an image right into Google Photos. I take a lot of screenshots that help me to make videos and produce shows. It gives me great ideas for future presentations. So whether I'm using my Chromebook or on my PC, I take a lot of screenshots. Now, I always like these screenshots to be available in one location for easy access, because a lot of time if I'm taking them on my Chromebook, I'm in a different location when I'm doing the show or I'm creating videos. So I find that Google Photos is an excellent location for me to store all my screenshots for future use. Let me show you today how easy it is to set up your Chromebook to automatically store your screenshot into Google Photos. All right, we're now on my desktop of my Chromebook. You'll see the cursor here, and I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot and save it to Google Photos. And why would I want to do this? Well, I'm going to show you. This is of course the blank page, but we're going to come over to a news article that I've just been looking at. Blink's latest battery-powered camera now comes with person detection. Now I want to do a news article about this, reviewing the news on my Chromebook, and I want to capture this. So what's the easiest way to do that? Well, of course, you know that your Chromebook has a capture feature. Let's have a look. We can take my cursor and we're going to come down to the bottom right. I click the button here and you'll see it says screen capture. And we can click this and we can capture the screen. And now this, of course, turns it a different color. We can do a screen capture or we can do a video, but I just want to do a screen capture of this. And we have the option of choosing the area, click anywhere to capture the full screen, or we can actually choose part of the screen. So I can actually, if I just want this, we can just choose this area to capture. But I want the whole screen. In this particular case, in fact, I want to store this for future reference, and I want it to go to Google Photos. I just put all my captures into Google Photos where I know they're there and they're easy to sort. And that's just a thing I do, and I like to, because I have a lot of different devices. So I'm going to click anywhere here and we can do a screen capture of this. Let's click here and it is now captured. Now, when we capture something on a Chromebook, you saw that it goes to a number of different places. The first thing is that captures it. Let's just come back for a minute. Let's just bring up this screen now. And where did that go? Where did the screen capture that we just do go? Well, I'm going to tell you that in a moment, but I want to come back to this article again and tell you that there's an easier way to do a screen capture of this. It's a shortcut and it's called the Control Overview. And if I hit Control and Overview, it automatically just takes a screenshot. I don't have to go down and load those other. I don't have to go down to the right-hand side and click those extra steps. So just by hitting the Control and Overview button, it automatically takes a screenshot. Well, this is great because as I travel around looking at different articles, I can just do Control Overview and it takes a screenshot for me. And where does it save it? Well, this is very interesting. So as you know, it saves it. It'll save it to the clipboard. So you can either see that by coming down to the tote. We call this the tote on a Chromebook. And you can see now I've actually saved this a number of times, but you can see where it's saved. So you know your image is saved. If you want to find it, it's right here. But it's also on the clipboard, and you can access the clipboard by the everything button and V. So that's another shortcut, everything button V, and you can bring this up and you can paste it from here. These have your last 5 items of your clipboard, and I've been, of course, practicing on this article. So you can do that. So either you can find them down here in the tote, or you can certainly find them everything plus V, and they're right on the clipboard for you. But I don't want to do any of those things. I just want this saved in Google Photos. So let's go to the File menu because, of course, all your images are stored in your Downloads directory. So let's come over and find this particular file in our File menu. So if we click Files here, we're going to come up and you'll see Downloads here. If I click Downloads, here we are. The image that I just captured is in my Downloads directory. But again, I'm not on this Chromebook when I'm doing editing and producing videos. I'm in a different location using a different machine. So I don't really want this in the Downloads directory. I want it to be in Google Photos. Well, let's open this up. So let's right click it and let's look along here. We can certainly send it to Google Photos. If we click here, we can open it with a lot of different things, and we can share it. But if I want to just send this to Google Photos, I just click here, and it is now in Google Photos. I don't want that. I want this to actually be done automatically for me, because as I'm going through looking at different articles, this is a fast process, and I don't want to have to go back and do this manually. How can I do that automatically? Now, let me just show you that if we are in Google Photos, let's just open another, let's just open Google Photos up. So if we open Google Photos up, we'll see that the article is in Google Photos. We'll see here and click this, but this is actually in Google Photos. All right, let me show you how to automatically save your screenshots into Google Photos. Now, the trick here is this. If you look at, this is my browser, I'm in my browser now, and I'm in Google Photos, but I'm in Google Photos through the web. In other words, this is the web application, and you can tell that because at the top it says photos.google.com. If I come over here, this is how I got to it, all right? So this is not the app. This is just the browser. You're going through it through the web portal, and this is how you're finding the article. What you need to do is use the app, which you should have on your Chromebook. And this is annotated by this little blue dot here. If you look here, you'll see this little blue dot, and you'll see that when I bring this up, this is the app, okay? And you don't see the web portal here. This is the app that I'm using on my Chromebook. So you want to make sure that you have the Google Photos app on your Chromebook. Now, once you are in the app, you can see over on the left-hand side, you'll see this on device. Let's click this and find out what this is all about. Okay, now this is where you can turn on the automatic saving. Now these are all the places on your Chromebook that you can go. You can see your camera, but I want to go to the downloads directory here, okay? Let's click this, and this is the downloads directory on my Chromebook. And you will, now remember, we're in the Google Photos app, and it says download. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to turn this button on. And that means anything that's put in my downloads directory now will automatically be saved to Google Photos. This is important for some people because you may want to do screen captures, as I do, and have them on different locations. And this is a very easy way just to put them into Google Photos. So anything that goes into your downloads directory will automatically be saved to Google Photos. In summary, let's see how this works. You now have my Chromebook. You'll see my cursor here, but I'm not going to use the cursor. I'm simply going to use the Control key plus the Overview key, and we're going to take a screenshot of my Chromebook. Now you'll see that it's coming up to the clipboard, but I don't want this. I just simply want to look at Google Photos now and see if it's automatically saved into my Google Photos account. Let's have a look. Let's go over to my Google Photos account. You'll see up here, Google Photos. We're actually going through the web portal, photos.google.com. And here's the article right here that I've just done a screenshot of. So that's how simple it is. It's just Control Overview key, and it's automatically saved to your Google Photos account.
I want to thank Dorothy for mentioning Snopes, because that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So let me make sure I'm in the right place here and click the right thing. We should be good to go.
Tech for Seniors present the website of the week with Hewie Poplock.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Website of the week, number 19. I'm Hewie Poplock. Unmasking falsehoods using Snopes' definitive guide to debunking urban legends and misinformation. This is a Facebook notice that I received from several of my friends. I would like to thank everyone for telling me how to do the bypass. I wondered where everybody has been, and so on. You've probably seen this one before. Hoaxes on Facebook often ask users to copy and paste the content rather than share it. Here are some reasons why. Harder to remove. Copying and pasting makes it harder for Facebook to remove the hoax, especially if personal comments are added. Tracking. By copying and pasting, the original poster can track everyone else who's repeating it. They can insert some text to track the post and harvest information about the users. Continued spread. Copying and pasting a post makes it much easier for the hoax to continue without being deleted. Spam. Copy and paste posts go viral once more, and the scam is about bypassing or resetting Facebook in order to see more friends in your newsfeed. So here are some ways to check if a Facebook posting is a hoax. 1. Check the source. Look at the source of the post. If it's from a reputable news organization or a verified account, it's more likely to be true. 2. Check the profile. If the post is from a person, check their profile to see if it looks legitimate. Look for details like their employment history, education, and other personal information. 3. Check the content. Read the post carefully and look for any red flags, such as sensational language, spelling or grammar errors, or claims that seem too good to be true. Check the date. Number 4. Check the date of the post to see if it's recent or if it's been circulating for a long time. Hoaxes often resurface after a period of time. Number 5. Do a reverse image search. If the post includes a photo, do a reverse image search to see if the photo has been used in other contexts. 6. Check with the fact-checking sites. Use fact-checking sites like Snopes or Full Fact to see if the post has been debunked. Here is Snopes. And here, when we do a search for everyone for telling me how to do the bypass, what I do is take some keywords and put them in Snopes to see. Sometimes the wording has changed slightly, so you might have to do it 2 or 3 times. This time I only had to do it once, but as soon as I did, it came right up with an article called "Here's How to Bypass the System's Post is a Facebook Hoax." And it was dated August 17th, 2023. And it says, "The Facebook hoax that never ends often brings a fair share of users who misunderstand the platform." I had several friends who posted this particular hoax, thinking it was factual. Looking at Snopes, here is the article. "Here's How to Bypass the System's Post is a Facebook Hoax." As we look down the article, it does show us that it's false. And then it goes on to tell us, in August 2023, Facebook users copied and pasted a boilerplate message into new posts on how to bypass the system to thwart an algorithm that purportedly limits posts on your newsfeed to about 25 friends. And here is that article. Same article, word for word. Basically, no. Copying and pasting a block of text into Facebook does not bypass any system or change the website's algorithm, as we've repeatedly reported in past years, meaning Snopes. They go on to tell you that phrase where this one actually works is actually from the TV program The Office, and they have a video that shows that. And the viral post makes a request of users that says, "If you're reading this message, do me a favor and leave me a quick comment, a hello, a sticker, or whatever you want, so it will appear in my news feed." So that the person who's perpetrating this can go back and do a search on Facebook and find all of the people who have done this. And get a large list of names. And Facebook called it a myth, not a hoax. A recent example started popping up in late 2017 and continues to see the occasional bump in shares. So to clear things up, no, Facebook does not set a limit on the number of people whose posts are shown in your news feed. The hoax never ends. And here's what Snopes' website is like. This is the heading. We'll take each of the topics. Here's the latest. And these are the top two that are showing under the latest. And we look at the top. It shows the Hot 50. There's two of them showing so you can see what it looks like. Under fact checks, it talks about these particular ones, and these change on a regular basis and update. Collections. These are several articles grouped together as collections. Here's some news. Then there's some archives. And then the randomizer goes out and finds some random articles that are on the Snopes site. They may show as false, it may show as true, or it may show as misattributed. Several websites are dedicated to fact-checking and debunking hoaxes, rumors, and misinformation. Here are some reliable options you can use to check for hoaxes. The number one is Snopes. The second one is factcheck.org. You'll notice number 6 is HoaxSlayer, which is one that I used for many years. It no longer is available. Here's what factcheck.org looks like. Most of the others are political in nature, and take them as you wish. What about some other hoaxes that may be perpetrated that you may not know that they were hoaxes? Let's take a look. Facebook charging for memberships. I see this often. There have been several instances where rumors spread on Facebook claiming that the social media platform would start charging for membership. Snopes has debunked these claims multiple times, confirming that Facebook has no plans to charge its users for access. Facebook algorithm changes. Whenever Facebook makes changes to its algorithm or news feed, rumors and misinformation tend to circulate. Snopes has investigated and clarified the actual changes made by Facebook, debunking false claims and providing accurate information. Internet rumors. Factcheck.org features a list of the false or misleading viral rumors they're asked about most often, and a brief summary of the fact. They address a wide range of topics from politics to health to social media. Fake news sites. Snopes.com has compiled a field guide to fake news sites and hoax purveyors, offering a guide to several of the most frequent and unapologetic hoax purveyors cluttering up news feeds everywhere. WhatsApp hoaxes. The Momo Challenge was a global social media hoax about a paranormal threat to kids that initially gained traction in South America and eventually spread to other countries. Fact checkers have warned that hoaxes they debunked years ago still crop up on WhatsApp from time to time because it's essentially a black box for information sharing. These examples show that false information and hoaxes can spread across various platforms, including social media, email, and messaging apps. Fact-checking websites play a crucial role in debunking these claims and providing accurate information to the public. This has been Website of the Week, number 19. I'm Hewie Poplock, unmasking falsehoods using Snopes' definitive guide to debunking urban legends and misinformation.
Thanks, Huey. Good way to find out the truth in life, right?
Yep.
Very good. Bob, is fleeceware something we should be wearing to bed at night? Unmute yourself.
That's one thing you can do with fleeceware. That's not what this topic is all about.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought it was
let's
about
go and
pajamas.
find out more.
All right.
Fleeceware drains your money slowly over time. Here's how to spot it. My thanks to Emma McGowan for her excellent article. You'll find her article at the link listed. Fleeceware isn't just a comfy outer layer for autumn. It could be the reason your credit card debt is ticking up every month. If you're anything like me, every few days you look at your credit card or bank transactions on your mobile and scroll through just to see if anything unusual jumps out at you. And more often than not, there's nothing unusual at all. Here's the bill for a purchase in the App Store, the charge for something you needed from the big online retailer, a subscription fee for the news you read or the music service you use, a dry cleaning bill, and a host of other charges under $30 that you regularly see from month to month. Hidden somewhere among those charges could be an instance of fleeceware. And today we're going to look at the financial damage that legitimate, though sometimes devious and criminal efforts can cause when you're not paying attention to small charges. Broadly, fleeceware works by quietly draining your account over time. A few years ago, a criminal network stole a large number of credit card numbers and employed a different tactic from their usual scam. Instead of making a high-value one-time charge on a stolen account, they made smaller monthly charges that blended in with the other fees that many of us have grown used to, and they did so over multiple accounts. The strategy worked. By dispersing the theft through small charges among many credit cards over time, not only did the scammers fly under the radar of the people they stole from, but they also subverted the flags that banks and credit card companies raise for large purchases with unrecognized companies. Credit card companies adapt and learn to discover some of these kinds of frauds, but small unrecognized charges are something you should be watching for as you scroll through your accounts. That's because quite a few criminals, or at least unscrupulous companies, found a way to employ this tactic in a way that's technically legal. Most of today's fleeceware comes straight from your smartphone's app store. Today's fleeceware isn't like the typical malware or viruses we've grown accustomed to hearing about. These aren't programs that will corrupt your files or steal your passwords. Instead, fleeceware apps are, on the surface, legitimate. They frequently operate on a subscription model. They lure users with the promise of free trials, but hide the catch within layers of terms and conditions, the exorbitant costs that kick in once the trial expires. What makes fleeceware particularly sneaky is that these charges can be so high for apps that don't do much. For example, an early fleeceware app was a flashlight, a function most smartphones have by default. The app provided a free trial, but had a hidden subscription cost of $8 per month, charged to your App Store spending account, which kicked in after the first week. Often, deleting the app doesn't stop the charges. The app continues to drain money from a user's account until the subscription buried deep within settings is manually terminated. There are a growing number of digital consumers being taken in by these deceitful apps. The narrative is almost always the same. Download the app because of a captivating feature or promise, forget about the impending end of the trial, and then wake up to unexpected charges mixed in with our monthly App Store bills. How to avoid and get rid of fleeceware. Safeguarding oneself from fleeceware can be distilled into a conscientious digital behavior pattern. Start with a healthy dose of skepticism. When faced with an offer that seems too good to be true, it often is. Prioritize reading the terms of service and the privacy policy of applications, especially when they come with a free trial. These documents, although long and sometimes filled with jargon, hold the key details about how an app will impact you financially. Furthermore, the digital community is a powerful ally. Check the user reviews. They can offer insight into the experience of others. Although it's tempting to skip straight to the downloading, spending a few minutes reading the reviews might reveal whether the app has a history of overcharging or other dubious practices. Equally, if an app promises something big and there aren't many reviews at all, it's a good indicator that maybe you should stay clear. If you've deleted an app but you're still being charged for it, app stores for smart devices often have a management option that can let you delete a subscription at the service level. This can help you avoid having to reinstall the app and dig into its terms. For Apple devices, you can find that in Settings, Your Name, Subscriptions. For Android, go to the Google Play Store, Menu, Subscriptions. Being proactive with your finances is also a significant step. Regularly looking into your App Store subscriptions, bank charges, and credit card statements allows you to spot and dispute unexpected charges quickly. It's a habit that not only protects against fleeceware, but also other forms of financial fraud. Lastly, consider the services of advanced antivirus and identity theft prevention solutions. The digital landscape is continually evolving, and new threats emerge. Relying on professionals who are at the forefront of digital security can be the shield you need. Our lives are incredibly intertwined with the digital realm. Challenges like fleeceware will persist. However, with awareness, caution, and the right tools at our disposal, we can navigate this landscape safely. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks, Bob. That $4.50 charge on your credit card, is it worth trying to track it down, or you just pay it? That's the question.
Well, the question is $4.50 one time, who cares?
Right.
$4.50 times 12
Right.
times how many years?
That's right.
Adds up to how many hundreds of dollars?
Right.
Okay.
It is. And particularly, and also, you get on, it's not that easy, because if you like YouTube charges, all the different charges for videos,
Yes.
all those other services, it's very, in Amazon stuff, it all gets really, really not very easy to sort out.
You
Anyway.
have to be vigilant.
You do indeed. All right. I just want to share, play this video for you now. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Your Android phone will now alert you to unknown trackers. Since the introduction of Bluetooth connected tracking devices a few years ago, concerns have been raised about those who use such devices to commit dangerous criminal activities. These are included in stalking, harassment, abuse, and much more. Since there have been so many trackers already on the market, though, they can't simply be banned. As such, the new security feature for tech companies is providing users with the ability to determine if and when they are being tracked without their consent. This is exactly what Google has set in motion as of today in July of 2023 reported. Google announced on its official news blog that starting today, users of Android version 6 or later will begin receiving new unknown tracker alerts, a security system designed to inform them of potential tracking activity, as well as disable and report the tracker in question. The unknown tracker alert system comprises 3 key features designed to keep you safe from illicit tracking. The first feature is automatic tracker alerts, a notification sent to your phone in the event a Bluetooth tracking device that's not registered to your Android phone moves in the same direction and at the same rate as you for a prolonged period of time. By tapping the notification, you can see a live map of how long the tracker has been in your vicinity, as well as have the tracker make a noise to reveal itself without informing its owner. The second feature is the Action Center, giving you several options for what to do in the event a tracker is uncovered. Using the Action Center, you can bring up by tapping the alert notification, you can retrieve information about the tracker, like its serial number, owner's phone number, as well as physically disable it to stop tracking. And the third feature is the manual scan. If you are concerned you're being tracked but haven't received a notification, you can activate the manual scan to find any nearby trackers that are close to you and far from their owners. This can be performed at any time in the Safety and Emergency section of your Settings app. So let me show you on my Pixel phone. I have Android 14, but anything from Android 6 and up should have this feature. Let me show you where the feature is and that you can make sure that you turn it on. All right, we're now on my Pixel phone. Let's see how this works. We're going to come over and we're going to go to Security. We're going to go to Settings. And on Settings, we're going to come down to Safety and Emergency. We'll click here. And as we come up here, you're going to see unknown tracker alerts. We're going to click this, and now you'll see the unknown tracker alert. You'll see that in my case, I have this turned on. You can turn it off or turn it on. I leave it on now, and it's last scanned today at, you'll see at 3:30 on my phone. You can see that if I was concerned, we can do a manual scan. I'll click this, and it's going to be doing a manual scan, checking for trackers in my area, and will notify me if there is a tracker. No trackers detected. Remember, trackers are small Bluetooth devices that owners can attach to items like their keys or backpack to locate them.
Yeah, I want to preface what I'm going to show you in the fact that a lot of you know that I'm interested in AI or artificial intelligence, and I've been playing with a lot of the different tools as they come out, and there's a lot of them. Every week there's just a long list of them, and some of them I try, some if they don't have any kind of free use, I usually don't bother with them. I know Bob tries a lot of them, but if they're not free, he doesn't use them at all as well. Well, I found this one. It's not free. They do what I'm doing was free, but it is a text to video. All I did was put in a phrase that what is an AI prompt, and this is what I got from it totally. It's only 2 minutes long, but I want to show it to you to show you how AI has advanced. So let's go ahead and start it here. And I'll full screen it. Now this is totally done by just me typing in one sentence.
Ever wondered what a prompt is in AI? Well, it's time to dive into the world of artificial intelligence, a realm where human interaction meets machine learning. Intriguing, right? What role do prompts play here, you ask? Stay tuned to comprehend the fascinating concept of prompts in AI. First off, what is a prompt? In the realm of AI, a prompt is more than just a question. It's a statement or a query that helps to shape an AI's response. Think of it as giving your AI a nudge in the right direction. A well-crafted prompt can make the difference between a vague response and a precise, useful one. So it's not just about asking, it's about asking right. In essence, a prompt is the steering wheel that guides an AI's response. Now you might be wondering, why are prompts important? Well, prompts are the linchpin in our interactions with artificial intelligence. They are like a compass, guiding AI in the direction we want it to go. By using prompts, we can get specific, helpful, and accurate responses from AI. They act as a bridge, connecting human language and AI understanding. In essence, they make AI not just a machine, but a useful tool. Without prompts, meaningful dialogue with AI would be a tough row to hoe. So how does a prompt guide an AI? Picture prompts as the steering wheel of a car, guiding AI on the road of conversation. The AI interprets a prompt and generates a response, like a GPS plotting a route. But remember, a GPS is only as good as the address given. The same goes for AI. The quality of a prompt can greatly affect the accuracy of the AI's response. It's like inputting a clear address versus a vague one. A well-crafted prompt can considerably improve the AI's output accuracy. To wrap things up, prompts play a pivotal role in AI. They're not just questions, but guides that steer AI to generate meaningful responses. They're vital, shaping the way our AI systems interact and learn. Remember, a prompt in AI is not just a question, but a guide to a meaningful AI response.
All done with AI. I didn't touch a thing but put in the one sentence.
Hey,
Amazing.
Hewie. Thanks, Hewie.
Hey, Paula, who remembers Paul and Paula? Well, the Paul in the 1960s duo, Paul and Paula, was Ray Hildebrand. Now, he died on August 18th at the age of 82. So the following commentary regarding Hildebrand is from Billboard magazine. Born December 21, 1940 in Joshua, Texas, Hildebrand met his singing partner, Jill Jackson, Paula, while attending Howard Payne College, now called Howard Payne University in Brownwood, Texas. Though never romantically involved, Paul and Paula landed a string of songs on Billboard's charts, including Young Lovers, First Quarrel, First Day Back at School, and Something Old, Something New. But their best-known hit, the multi-million seller from 1963, Hey Paula, which Hildebrand penned. The single logged 3 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Mercury Records chief Shelby Singleton signed the pair and issued Hey Paula on its Philips subsidiary. It was also Singleton who renamed the pair as Paul and Paula, apparently concerned that an act named Ray and Jill, singing about Hey Hey Paula and Hey Hey Paul, might be confusing. Paul and Paula released 2 albums and a Christmas theme set before disbanding in 1965, with Hildebrand keen to complete his college education and pursue a different musical direction. The pair would remain friends and occasionally reunited for special gigs. Unquote. Now, a somewhat historical comment from Wikipedia reads, in 1963, American Bandstand signed Paul and Paula to Dick Clark's Caravan of Stars national U.S. tour, which was scheduled to perform its 15th show on the night of November 22, 1963, at the Memorial Auditorium in Dallas, until suddenly the Friday evening event had to be canceled after U.S. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated that afternoon. Now, from a technology perspective, today's video clip from 1963 has been provided by Classic Hit Studio, which is a specialized digital remastering studio based in New Zealand. They are dedicated to restoring and enhancing classic music performances and music videos with high quality results. A simpler time for sure.
Hey, Ray.
Another good one.
Ray,
Yes.
I thought those almost look like they were digitally remastered, those images. Did you not think they look more like AI generated images? What do you think, Hewie? Like
that was the way they dubbed in those days. They didn't really sing.
but the images
music,
look like they were like, did you, I don't know.
I think that's because they were enhanced. I
Yeah.
would bet that if you took the original film from 1963, and most of us can remember that quality compared to today's quality, you would think it was hard to watch almost.
Oh,
But they
okay.
enhanced it, and that's what this company does, and I'm all in favor of that.
Yeah. Well, I thought, really? Anyway, that's good. All right, great, good one. All right. Well, anyway, thanks everyone for coming. It is
Thank you.
we'll be moving into our Q&A now. Of course, don't forget our premiere video. I put the link in the notes. I'll put it again in a few minutes. Don't forget our video. It's a great one that we have for you at hour. Don't forget about our Thursday show. It's going to be a great one. We're going to talk about Walmart is going to be starting now delivering packages by drones. So please, if you've had a drone delivery from Walmart, please let us know about it. Come on the show. Tell us about your experience with Walmart's drone delivery. We're going to talk about that on Thursday and all the tech news of the week. So it should be lots.
Does that mean we have to keep looking up nowadays?
Yeah, exactly. Look up because it may be dropping. We'll see. I don't know. This is cool. But they're starting in a big way, right? Like so this is going to be interesting. Look up and here comes your parcel, right?
I don't think I'm going to order a TV if they're going to drop it off with a drone.
Right.
Good point.
Anyway, lots of news of the week we'll be talking about. Yeah, so anyway, a great show. And we hope that you'll be back next week to see us. Now
we had a lot of information today.
Yeah, it was a good show. A lot of stuff there. My video on the Chromebook was not published yet, so it'll be up on the site later on, or it'll be included in this show. But the one on the tracking devices is already published, and it is on our site, so you can rewatch it.
I actually gave you a double header. I told you how to keep safe as far as not being hit by fleeceware. And I reminded you we're getting closer to fall. It's time to buy some fleeceware.
Yeah. Exactly. So Diane had a question for us earlier, and she put it on, and I thought it was a good one to start out with. Said, what are some good, so Diane asked, what are some good deals on a color printer? I want to print color digital prints for journaling. So I want a color printer that is good with ink. For example, cartridges versus bottles. I've heard good things about Epson with their bottles of ink. Any suggestions?
That's what I used, and that's what I can highly recommend. I showed a picture, I think, last week. If you were there, that was printed on that printer. And the ink lasts a long time. I've had the printer now for 3 years. I've only had to refill it once. And I do quite a bit of printing.
The Epsons are sold, the ones Bob's referring to are also sold at Costco, and they often are on sale. So you can get some very good deals on them. That's a good place to buy them. So that's a good choice. I'm not sure journaling, what exactly, if you have any specific applications about that. Of course, anyway, good choice. Also, any of the HP printers. I have an HP printer, and I have the instant ink printing on them, and they produce great quality stuff as well. So you have some good choices out there.
I think when I recommend a printer, it doesn't matter what brand. I want one that's got a little window in it for the settings and so on. And then if you're doing or double-sided printing, you want to make sure it's one that does it itself. Some of them, the paper comes out and it gives you directions how to turn it over and put it back in. Some of them, like the one I have, it does the one side of the page and then eats it back in by itself, prints the other side, and then spits it out.
Depends on how much you want to pay, Hewie.
Yep.
The ones that do it by themselves are going to be quite a bit more expensive than the ones that just give you directions.
And the printer I have is a Brother, and I've had it for over 10 years.
It's like buying a car. There's lots of choices in printers.
Yep, and some and there are lemons in every bunch.
That's right. That's right. But at Costco, you can always take it back.
Ron, I was just more interested, and thank you all, but my concern was cartridges versus the bottle. I'm sick of buying these cartridges.
That's
Well-
why I went to the bottle.
Right.
Bob's a
Yeah,
bottle
we-
guy. Bob's a bottle guy. So
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to the
Bob's hitting
bottle.
bottle pretty
Yeah.
hard now.
I don't drink the bottles. I feed them to my printer.
Me too. I'm going to the bottle, Bob. Thank you.
there you go. Dorothy, go ahead.
I just wanted to comment, great presentations from everybody today. In particular was the one on Snopes, Hewie. That particular one you talked about is the one that everyone I know is from the US and Canada passing around. But when I put the link to the Snopes website, Facebook didn't allow me to post that. So I don't know why.
Put a link to the video.
Yeah, so I was just going to ask if I could post that once it comes out.
Sure, absolutely. I will I'll have it on my channel later today.
Yeah, and I had one more question in regards to storage on Google. If you delete thousands of photos and thousands of emails into the trash, does that actually make
Got to
your...
take it out of the trash. The trash is
Well,
still
someone
storage.
in our club said that it says the trash doesn't count towards your 15 gigabytes. So
That's not a
I
fact.
kind of differed with that, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Trash
think
is still storage. Ask your hard drive.
but your trash gets emptied every 30 days, I think
30
Google.
Well,
Yeah.
if you look, it says 60 or 90. It depends
Okay.
what your settings are. So, but
Alright.
you can manually go in and delete it, which I've done for people after they still get warnings, you know. So, okay, thanks.
Carl, go ahead.
You mute it.
I push the space bar. It doesn't always work for some reason. With subscriptions, I used to get the Wall Street Journal and other journals, but they always have an automatic renewal at the end and they want your credit card. So I wrote Wall Street Journal, say I only want to pay by check. They refused it. So I refused their subscription.
I pay with the PayPal, and even though it automatically gets added as an auto renewal, I go into PayPal and I cancel it on PayPal. So the renewal doesn't happen. I just had that with a subscription for a software product because I can get it a heck of a lot cheaper than the auto renewal, about half the price when I do it manually. So before the renewal came due, where they would automatically take it out, I simply went to PayPal, I canceled the auto renewal, and then I did my purchase on my own when the product expired and I needed to renew it.
Bob, that the PayPal one's a sneaky one. You know, that's a real, because they don't let you know that the subscription is being had. So if you know, that's a real sneaky one. And I know that
I automatically cancel it once I set it up where it's an auto renewal. The second I make my payment, the next step is PayPal and cancel it. That's it, finished.
Right. GoDaddy's another one. GoDaddy's another one that sneaks auto renewals, and they all do it. You have to be so diligent about that to just watch those for sure.
Well, I pay all of them with PayPal, so I only have one place to go to cancel it.
Right.
Because they have to go back to PayPal to get their payment.
To get their money. Yeah.
Well, it's no longer set up as an auto renewal because I've canceled it at PayPal.
Excellent. Dick, go ahead.
People have talked about having trouble with the space bar unmuting themselves. I have found that if you have the mouse icon on a mouse pointer on a different display than the one that has your gallery and has your picture, then it doesn't work. But if you move your mouse pointer over to the screen, the main screen that you use for Zoom, then the space bar seems to work properly.
Thanks, Dick.
Also, hold down the space bar. Give it a moment to take effect, because it doesn't immediately react just by tapping it. You have to hold it down.
I hold it down. I'm holding it down now, but as soon as I let it go, it goes back to unmute.
That's correct. That's the way it's
That's
supposed to
correct.
work.
That's how it works.
It's a toggle
It's a
switch.
matter of focus. We did that before.
Yep.
Don't know if you remember, Ron, where we had it on something else and the space bar wouldn't work, and as soon as you put the focus back to the mute or whatever, then it works.
Yeah, that's what Dick was saying. Yeah.
I did not know that. Thank you. I always just used tap it and it never worked.
Well, if you use Alt A, it'll work all the time.
Yeah, just hold it down, Carl.
So for
Oh,
the
you said-
tracking, just want to let everyone know for the, I'd forgotten, but I was testing my tracker and setting that up this weekend, and I have tracking devices on both our Toyota keys. I put tracker on there, the tracker buttons on them. And so they are actually tracking the keys all the time. They're with me in my pocket. So since it's registered to me, it didn't give me any emergency notification about that. So it does work. Neil, go ahead.
I'm looking at Chromebook as a possibility, and a lot of them only come with 64 gigabyte memory. Is that enough, or should I go for the 128 gig?
Right. So the good question to that, and the bottom line to that, is it probably doesn't matter if you most Chromebooks, some Chromebooks do, some Chromebooks don't have an SD card slot in there, so you can pop an SD card in with as much memory as you want. Now, not all Chromebooks have SD card slots, but some do. So if you are looking at one that has a smaller amount of storage space, then that's you may look and see if it has an SD card slot. The other thing you have to remember is that Chromebooks really don't need a lot of storage, because most of the stuff you're storing in Google Drive anyway. So and even all the apps, remember, you're only putting apps on your Chromebook, so these don't take a lot of memory. So, I don't really see memory as a big issue with Chromebooks, because they just work really well, and that's the way they're designed. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. You can also put, not only do you have the option of an SD card, which fits inside the computer, but you also have memory USB little tabs that you can get, and they are so cheap. Like I have a 256 one, just plugs in the side, and that it gives me 256 gigs of storage on there. So there's lots of ways to add storage to a Chromebook. So I don't really think that's a big issue. The big one to watch is the screen. You really, the whole trick, I think, in a Chromebook is to decide what you want in a screen, and that's important.
Meaning the size of the screen.
Size of the screen, and don't get a real cheap one. Don't get one for $300 or $200, because the screens are terrible. They're not HD, and you won't enjoy the experience. So
okay, I'm looking at one that's a 13-inch OLED 1920 by 1080.
Sure.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah,
that's $500.
Yep, you'd be fine with that one. Best Buy, I looked on, because I looked on yesterday. I was looking for my friend. Best Buy had what was it, Asus Vibe, and it was $400 off. It was an $800 machine down to $400. It came with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I think it was 500 gigabyte storage. It was a really good machine.
That was a Windows machine, though, right?
No, it was a Chromebook. No, it was a Chromebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a Chromebook, and it came with and it was $400 off. So there's some great sales on now. Have a look at have a look at. I didn't look at the US site, so I'm not sure what the prices are, but there's some really good deals on
screen, Ron.
Pardon me?
What size screen? 15-inch? 14?
Yeah, I think it was 15.3 or something inch on it.
I was looking for something that was going to be easily portable and light.
Yeah. Well, have a look. There's lots of choices. And if you have any questions, just send me an email and ask me what I think. But there's some good prices on. There's lots of good sales coming up. or they're starting now. So it's a good time to buy. All right, listen, we need to run. It's 20 minutes past. You've got 10 minutes to rest, and please, the premiere, this video is going to be great. So be sure and watch it. All the other videos will be online soon, and we'll see everyone hopefully on Thursday.
I hope I'll be there.
Hopefully you'll be there.
I know I won't be there. I'll be driving.
You'll be driving. Well, Alice could hold the phone and you could talk as you're driving.
I may be swimming.
You may be swimming. Ray, tell me you're going to be there.
Just like the postman, neither wind nor rain, raining for Hewie. I'll be there.
You'll be there. Good man. Good man. All right, everyone. See you in a week's time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.